What's up, guys? Fan 101 here is my TNA review. This is going to be a particularly short review than I usually do for TNA, only because I skimmed through the show. Not too much terribly interesting happened this week. That's part of it. So let's begin, shall we? As you know, last week Eddie Edwards beat Lashley for the TNA title. Eddie Edwards came out for his championship speech. It was every other championship speech nowadays. Lashley came out, speared his ass, and before this, I will say Eddie Edwards did acknowledge it. He did lose twice to Lashley, but now he beat Lashley. So I guess rock paper scissors does win. So Lashley came out, he beat up Edwards, he speared Edwards, and said he wanted his rematch. Out came EC3 and Moose for the save, which, by the way, if you don't remember, were the other two #1 contenders that Lashley could have picked from. Because Lashley brought up a steel chair, and you know, Lashley is already dangerous enough. With a steel chair, it will make you shit your pants. The Tribunal, Baron Dax, and Basil Baraka, they were trying to talk to Billy Corgan. Corgan doesn't want to talk to them because, straight up, they have not done anything impressive. They were told this by Aiden O'Shea. O'Shea told them this, who's a bodyguard now, apparently, which is good. He should be in the role of bodyguard, because he looks cool enough to be a bodyguard. Tribunal was on the way out, because, you know, they haven't done anything impressive yet so far in TNA, which is true. You beat up Grado and Mahabali Sheriff. That is not impressive. Everyone is beaten Mahabali Sheriff and Grado. We saw Corgan backstage in an interview. He was saying that he will take away Lashley's immediate title shot in favor of having him face whoever it was going to be for the main event. He's still figuring that out. That didn't matter to me. What mattered to me was what the hell was Billy Corgan wearing? He was wearing like a freaking fur coat, like a hoodie on it. And it's like, what the hell does this guy look like? He looks like a male. I don't know what he was supposed to be, a male fur model. What was he, like Cruella DeVille's husband? It was her long lost husband. That's where she's been. No wonder why she doesn't hang around with him. He watches wrestling, and she's like, "Fuck this! I'm going single, and I'm gonna kick dogs." That doesn't sound right. Aaron Rex defended the TNA Grand Championship against Jesse Goddard. Why? I don't know. I don't know why he did it. They just did it. I think it must have been like an open challenge thing. Jesse Goddard came out. They actually had a pretty decent match. Aaron Rex successfully defended the title. I don't think there's any doubts there. After the match was over, Maria and Ali were backstage discussing her no DQ match against Gail Kim. Ali, while Maria was trying to get on Ali's case, Ali was trying to speak up and saying, "Hey, there's several people here that are banned from ringside. Laurel's banned, I'm banned, Sienna's banned," and Maria's like, "Why didn't you tell me this earlier?" It's like, well, you know, and she, you know, calls him an idiot, calls him stupid, leaves her after insulting her, and she's crying. So there's that. Then we had Lashley, Moose, and EC3 backstage. Lashley earlier talked to Billy Corgan, and apparently brokered a deal with Billy Corgan. He was initially mad, but he's like, "Okay, what do you got?" And he went up to EC3 and Moose, like, "Hey, you two are opponents tonight. Whoever wins tonight's main event match will face me next week for the #1 contendership for the title." So there's that. We had a Broken Hardy segment in the ring. Matt Hardy was good here. Jeff Hardy was good here. He sang his Fade Away and Classify Themselves, his obsolete song. Matt Hardy, you know, Broken Matt was chanting things like again, and delete, obsolete, and all that shit. This is a nice little segment. They were they said that they were true champions, unlike the Bucks of Youth and the Days of New. The Day of New. So he basically mentioned New Day and the Young Bucks on TNA, and said that they were better than them. Which which in terms of character is 100% correct. The Broken Hardys are way better characters than the New Day and way better characters than the Young Bucks. Young Bucks have the super kick. New Day has the silliness, but the Broken Hardys are just so fucking entertaining, especially their skits that they do. It's just hilarious. So there was that. Backstage earlier, though, Jeff Hardy was climbing a ladder, and Matt Hardy told him to get down. He's like, "Do not indulge your addiction. I was for one night only." I found for glory, of course, which is awesome. After that, we had Cody Rhodes make his in-ring debut against the Miracle Mike Bennett. They actually had a pretty good promo package before the match, I gotta say. So there was that. Cody Rhodes faced off against Mike Bennett. What was the best match of the night? It was actually a good match. It was actually a good match. Rhodes won with the crossroads. I'm glad that there wasn't really a lot of bullshit from either Maria or Brandy Rhodes who were at ringside. Cody Rhodes won the match with the crossroads, like I said. Good match. Cody Rhodes should have won in his debut. We later saw him talking to Eddie Edwards backstage. Eddie Edwards apparently was trying to recuperate from being speared to hell by Lashley. And he said that he would give Cody Rhodes a title shot next week. I think, given time, that could be an awesome match. Mike Bennett later on, however, said that she was going to help out Maria in any way she can to reclaim the Knockouts Championship. And Allie straight up told him, "Look, Maria, you didn't let me finish earlier. I also got the text saying that Mike Bennett will be back from ringside." And Maria looks a little bit pissed, and Allie not wanting to get, verbally abused again. He's like, "Look, I'm also back from ringside. I'm getting out of here." That was awesome. Mike Bennett said that she believed in Maria, that she could win the title. Apparently, he has not seen his wife's wrestling ability because she sucks. She really sucks. We also got Moose backstage. I was kind of skipping back and ahead. I'm just trying to go by order of matches, but I'm skipping forward and ahead. Going back to right after the match with Bennett and Cody Rhodes, Moose was briefly talking backstage, saying that he will reach his destiny of being TNA champion. Sorry about that. I'm just trying to look over my notes here. Next, after the Moose, backstage, DJ Z successfully defended the X Division title against Marche Rocket, who had a brief little promo pack saying that he was the future of the X Division and that everyone was below him. DJ Z, of course, won with he calls it the ZDT. So the DDT, it's like a rolling DDT. He does like a front roll, and then he goes into a DDT. So there's that. Gail Kim was backstage. Gail Kim faced off against Maria. This match was only slightly better than their Bound for Glory match, but only slightly. This match sucked. It was like just choosing, do you want to be shot or do you want to be stabbed? Well, both is just gonna be hurting a lot. So yeah, this match still was horrible shit. Gail Kim won. So, and the stipulation, of course, going into it was that if Maria lost, then she would no longer be a leader of the Knockouts, which thankfully she is no longer the leader of the Knockouts. My only hope is that this storyline between Gail Kim and Maria finally fucking ends. This story has been going on since February. Literally since Maria has debuted, has the story been going on. 8 months. Bullshit. This story has sucked balls. So there was that. EC3 was speaking backstage about wanting to be in the TNA title picture. Eli Drake came up to him very seriously, and straight up said, "Look, I like it when you choke, because when you choke, it makes me entertained." They bantered back and forth, which was fun. It was nice little seriousness. I'm loving this new side of of Eli Drake, because it makes him look serious. It makes him look, like a threat. After a while, somewhat being a goof. But now he's starting to look, threatening. Let's see where this goes from here. He's got the charisma. He's got a little bit of the wrestling ability. He just needs the right push and somebody to guide him. Let's see here. In the final match of the night, we had EC3 against Moose. It was a decent little match here. Moose won with the spinning lariat. I forget what they call it. I think they call it like the game changer. So he hit him with the game changer. Moose is going to be facing Lashley next week on Impact and TNA Impact. And Lashley actually came out to confront Moose. They didn't do anything. It was just a standoff. So Battle of the Black Men. Let's see which black man is more blacker. I'm probably gonna get my ass kicked for saying that. With that said, guys, it was a decent episode of Impact. They built up some story like between Cody and Bennett and some other guys, but other than that, not too much happened this week. I'll see you next time, guys. Have a good day.